our buddy Tom Pelissero.
Tommy P.
Tommy P. Our good buddy Tommy P., who's on this show every single Friday. He got some news as we're all waiting to find out how the chess pieces are on the board for Aaron Rodgers and the teams and how they're playing it and gaming the system to for Aaron, or Aaron is gaming the system and trying to get somewhere. Tom basically is saying the door's closed in Minnesota. It's not going to happen, and that it's JJ McCarthy's gig. And Tom's tweet says, post today that the team has rejected multiple trade calls on JJ McCarthy, telling other teams they're moving forward with him as their quarterback. The team plans to add a veteran, but they're not pursuing Aaron Rodgers. Oh, there are the three words, at this time. And that is McCarthy now enters the offseason as QB1. Now, again, Tom's going to be on Friday, and news and information men and women always choose their words carefully. That's why they put at this time, because right now, Aaron Rodgers could be on the phone right now at the Vikings closing a 3-year deal. Who the heck knows? Things change, plans change, ideas change. McCarthy could suddenly take the wrong step in his home, and then boom, something's happening. Heaven forbid. I know, but I'm just pointing out how things can change. Like last year, it was a full-on competition between J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold. J.J. lit it up in the preseason game, and it sure looked like he had a shot to be one of those first-round picks that gets starting right out of gate, and Sam Darnold's there as a backup. It is one of those guys with a little bit more experience to say, hey, JJ, let's look at this, let's look at that. In a similar situation to the guy with more experience in Atlanta with Kirk Cousins and another top draft choice in the top 10 of last year's draft in Michael Penix Jr. Things can change. But as it is right now, let's take it one at a time. For the Minnesota Vikings and their fans who might be sitting there going, oh, okay, so we're going to go with the rookie from last year, and he's basically a rookie because he hasn't had a single snap other than preseason football and training camp before his knee needed season-ending repairs. And you might be sitting there going, okay, we went 14 wins last year, and maybe this isn't the right move. I'm biased. I'm completely biased. Obviously, we all know my institution of higher learning and the team that I adore and how he made my
life better?
Life complete. Life complete. And I say this as a well-rounded man with a
tremendous family.
Tremendous family.
Great jobs.
Made my life complete. He completed me. And the way he's gone about his business, he is beyond his years. He is truly beyond his years. We've interviewed him on this program. You guys have seen him. You've met him at the draft last year.
With him. He's great.
It was great.
He's beyond his years.
Yeah, he's the man.
Okay, and
old soul.
He's a guy who understands that, he meditates. He talks openly about his what do you say, his OCD? Is that what he said he had? And so he is open and an open book and somebody who totally understands what his role will be and how he is a 22-year-old who's going to have to look at people like Harrison Smith and say, follow me. I will lead. He understands that, and he's got a coach who's going to coach him up. He's had a year in the room with Sam Darnold, and Josh McCown is his quarterback's coach, and you've got the right system around, and then you've got the right people to evaluate him. And you're going to go into the season, and yes, you need to add a veteran. I don't know who that veteran's going to be. Could it be Flacco sitting out there?
Flacco.
Winston is making the rounds right now. I guess he was with the Giants this week. Who else could be available in that regard? You've got, the numbers are dwindling right now in that regard. Sure. Russell Wilson could be somebody that you bring in. Now, he's somebody that's going to want to be a starter somewhere. But if he's left without a chair, if the Giants and the Steelers don't sign him.
Carson Wentz?
Wentz could be a guy. Sure.
Lance?
Well, Trey, isn't he your guy now? Because Cooper Rush just hit it big,
Rush,
to be the backup to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
We didn't even discuss that yesterday. So Cooper Rush season won't ever be available to you anymore, and those were good seasons, man.
He did his thing. Man. He held it down as well as he could.
But he's not. So I don't think Trey Lance is going anywhere. So again, it's at some point you are going to move on, and at some point you were going to move on to him. And that moment appears to be here now. And in case anybody might be wondering, does he have it? Are the Vikings somehow misreading the situation? If you put up Tom Pelissero's tweet and post one more time for me, it starts with how the Vikings have rejected multiple trade calls on JJ McCarthy. It's because other teams value him. And it makes sense. He is a winner. He lost one game in college. One. And it was a national semifinal game against TCU. That's it. He didn't lose in conference. He didn't lose in his last year. And he is tough. And a kid from the Midwest, it's a win. It's a win. And I think 14 wins, I don't know. I have no idea how the ups and downs are going to go. But it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting for me personally. I am now going to have my eye completely trained on Minnesota Vikings football and rooting for a kid who I adore and is one to root for with a coach who knows exactly what the hell he's doing. What a terrific spot for JJ McCarthy to be in.
I wonder if these trade offers were coming when Sam Darnold's future was unknown. Remember, because we had thrown that out a bunch. Like, keep Sam, trade JJ, get an asset back for a guy you're not going to need because Darnold had such a good year last year.
Put a pin in that because we have the guy who might have the answers on Friday's show. Let's ask that of Tom when he joins us. After, of course, we waste a few seconds of him saying hello to you and you say hello back.
I don't look at
the
that
guys
as a
in the
waste,
studio.
To be honest with you. Like, that's
Did I say waste? Did I say
interaction,
waste?
Rick.
Did I say waste?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Into the microphone.
Highlight of every Friday.
Okay. So, but ask him. I don't know if it matters.
They're not getting trade. I mean, obviously they would turn down trade offers after Sam left. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like,
unless they're like, let's get the capital. We don't believe in him. Let's sign Aaron Rodgers, and then we'll go back into the quarterback market 2 years from now or next year. Let's get some draft capital. We'll trade up.
I would hope they're a little bit smarter than that.
Well, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.